This your home girl, Arabia Barbosa, 914 Westchester County, New York. We are in the motherfucking house. We are in the motherfucking house. Wewe ni nani? Wewe ni nani? That means, who are you? Who are you? Wewe ni nani? Who are you? Mm. Kuja na mimi. Kula jakula. Wewe ni nani? Nini kuzimu kila wakati. Vente aquí conmigo. Que lo que mi gente. Que lo que mi gente. It is what it is. Ven aquí conmigo. And those that don't understand what I'm saying, lo siento, no escuple es mío. I'm in my house. O donde nada nunca se pasa. Estoy o donde nada nunca se pasa. It is what it is. Wewe ni nani? Wewe ni nani? That's a Swahili phrase. It means, who are you? Who are you? That's what it means. I'm going to teach y'all a little bit who I am. My name is Arabia Barbosa, and I'm a Fort Westchester County, New York. We are in the motherfucking house. We are here. And we've been home for a little while. We've been home for a little while. I had to buy my cigarettes. I had to buy my beer. I had to buy my Tylenol. Because your homegirl, Arabia Barbosa, is not totally correct. Not totally. But I am who I am. And I am not a rabbit. I am the BT 1000. I am the Jeepers Creepers on YouTube. That's who I am. But when people show me love, I show them love. When you support me, I support you. One hand washes the other. And that's the way it's going to be from now on. I had to learn my lesson the hard way. I had to learn my lesson the hard way. Trying to be nice, trying to be flexible. I can't be flexible. I got to be like a tree branch. And everybody knows what happens to trees when people want certain things from the tree. They cut down the tree. They cut off the limbs. They cut off the branches. They cut off everything to get to their core root of what they really want. What do you want from me? And a lot of people say, well, Arabia, we want to hear about your prison story. We want to hear about this and that. We want to hear about whatever you want to talk about. I want to know what my chat members want to talk about. I want to hear about what my subscribers want to talk about. A lot of people want to ask me, how did I get over the bullshit after I got out of prison, left from prison. I had to start from scratch. A lot of my family members helped me, but those family members are no longer living anymore. All of them are dead. All of them are dead, except for a few. Shout out to my chat. Shout out to my chat. Shout out to my YouTube creators, my subscribers, my support, my chat members. Thank you for coming over to visit with your homegirl, Arabia Barbosa, 914 Westchester County, New York. I'm not perfect. I'm not God Almighty. I don't ask people to follow me, but it is what it is. I'm not beautiful at all, but I am very handsome. When I look in the mirror at myself, I see my eyes shining, my cheekbones looking so glossy and wonderful. I look at my skin, smooth, smooth. Not wrong with my skin at all. But other things is wrong with me, in my soul, in my spirit. And if the universe was actually call me back, and I've been in certain situations where I had to call on the universe, Dios mío, abre la puerta. Dios mío, abre la puerta. I called on my great grandmother plenty times. And that woman come in and just help me. That's what she does. But tomorrow morning is going to be a different day. It's going to be a different dawn. And I got to get myself prepared for this. I have to prepare myself for this other situation that's getting ready to happen. And I have to do it because I can't work for the temp companies forever. I've been doing temp companies ever since I got out of prison. When I got out of prison, I was 28 years old. Now I'm 50. So that tells you how long I've been working with them, on and off. I had different jobs outside of the temp companies. Never stayed that long. Never. There was one job I had a few years ago, and it was so wonderful. It was so beautiful. And they paid me so wonderfully. I was able to support me, my sister. I just met at 30 years old. I met my sister at 30 years old before she had her two children. Shout out to them. Shout out to them. And as I was living with her, I had to learn certain lessons. Certain lessons. I thought I already learned them, but I didn't learn anything. I'm not blaming nobody. The blame goes back on me. When I look in that mirror in the morning, all the blame goes back on me. When I cut my hair with my own clippers. But before I cut my hair, I clean my clippers. I clean them and oil them. Let them run for a little bit, turn them off, turn it back on. I just did a new haircut the other day, and I'm not ashamed. But when I'm starting to think about it, it's just to grow my hair all the way back out. Whew. Oh my goodness. If I was to grow my hair back out, I'll put all these bitches to shame. That's on YouTube, especially them natural bitches. Those that keep claiming natural, natural, natural. Let me tell you something about natural, honey. We all learned about natural when we were little girls. We learned it for 8, maybe 9 years. And then your mother came in with the hot comb. Your mother came in with the fucking relaxers, perms. To this day, I continuously cut my hair. Continuously cut it. It is what it is. I remember a few years ago when I grew my hair out. When I grew my hair out, many times it sent different dudes towards me. They ain't supposed to be over here. Birdman is the only man I sleep with. He the only man I suck his dick. He the only man I fix my body to be with him. To be with him. Even though I used to cheat on him, it doesn't matter. Because I'm gonna be that way. Now in this new voice, I am a baby of Barbosa 914, Westchester County, New York. I'm looking for whatever I need to look for, but it's not in a man, it's not in a woman, it's in myself. It's in myself. I don't care what no woman, no man do on YouTube or other social media platforms. I don't care. I don't care what you do in your real life. I don't care. Because if Arabia Barbosa Naman which is kind love you and respect you, she will do whatever she has to do. But I'm not gonna be a fool. I'm not gonna be a fool. I'm gonna be me. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. Oh, we got a lot of people in the chat. Wow. Shout out to the chat. Divide and conquer. Shout out to you. Vete. Shout out to you. Anybody that come in my chat, you are welcome in the chat. You can sit here for as long as you want. You can go to someone else's page and look at whatever they doing. I don't care about that. I care about you and me. We one and the same. Somebody say amen. But you know, when I go through my deepest, darkest moments, now I don't call on YouTuber names. I don't call on them. I say, Dios mío, Dios mío, abre la puerta. Dios mío, abre la puerta means, my God, open the door. Open the door. That's what I'm asking the universe to do. Open the door. I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. Nobody's perfect on this YouTube app. Nobody's perfect in the world. The only perfect people are all dead people. All of them are dead. Nobody is living. Because when the dead go into the ground or into an urn, they don't get up and rob a store. They don't get up and mug somebody. They don't get up and beat somebody up. They don't get up and do no other kind of crimes. They don't. They obey the laws of the universe. That's what dead people do. But it didn't stop them from coming into your dreams or coming into music or coming into dance forms or coming anywhere. This is your homegirl, Arabia Barbosa, 914, Westchester County, New York, doing another live video real quick. I'm not going to stay up here that long. I'm not going to ask no questions. I'm just going to be thankful for what I got because it could be snatched away quick, quick. Just like I went on a job last week, driving in a car with somebody was driving reckless. I could have been killed. I could have been killed walking down the street in Birdman neighborhood. Because they look for bitches. They don't look for dudes. They look for bitches to get rid of. I hide myself with baseball caps, oversized t-shirts, baggy jeans, baggy pants, boots, sneakers. That's what I do. I hide myself. I've been hiding myself all these years. But let's talk about the penitentiary. Because in the penitentiary, you can't hide yourself. You can't hide when you have administration. You can't hide when you want to wash your clothes in the washing machine. You can't hide when you go into the bathroom area and take a shower. Nothing is hidden in prison. Nothing is hidden. Unfortunately for me, I was in love with a woman and she was in love with someone else. She was. I had to admit that to myself when the bullshit happened. Me and her girlfriend used to fight each other. Verbal combat. And when that bitch brushed up against me, I pushed her down real quick and stomped on her goddamn face. Don't nobody disrespect Arabia Barbosa. I always get punished. I always get punished when I love somebody. If I love you, I'm being punished. I'm being pushed to the ground. I'm being locked up on SMU. Even in my real life, this is SMU for me. This is SMU for me. Cause this bitch could never ride on anything in the waves, nothing, air, nothing. They put me in the kitchen. They put me on the yard. They put me in the sewing plant. I was unstoppable. As short as I am, 5'2", 5 feet 2 inches. Back then, I was much smaller, but I still had muscles. I still had them. I was handsome. Still handsome right now today. Yes, yes, yes. It is what it is. Kuja na mimi kula chakula, miji baridi. That means come with me to get something to eat and give me a cold glass of water. Nini ku zimu means what the hell? What the hell? I don't have to learn dirty words in Swahili. But what I'm going to start doing, I'm going to start saying what I'm learning in Swahili and in Spanish because I'm learning both languages. Both languages. And I also got to look at Latin. I got to look at the Hebrew language. See, y'all don't want me to really blast off. Because when I get ready to get blast off and do all that, y'all not going to be able to understand not one word I say, especially if you speak English. If you speak in English and you don't understand what I'm saying, lo siento, no es culpa, es mío. Lo siento means I'm sorry. Lo siento, no es culpa, es mío. Lo siento, no es culpa, es mío. That means I am sorry, it's not my fault, I'm not to blame. I don't feel like I'm to blame. ¿Cómo te va? ¿Cómo te va? I'm asking you. I use Puerto Rican Spanish, Dominican Spanish, Mexican Spanish, and all those other languages. When I do Swahili, I'm doing it from Kenya and from other places in Africa that practice Swahili. When I do English, it's totally straight up New York. 5 generations. It is what it is. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. Miss Eve, thank you for coming in. Vente. Vente. And thank you for coming in. Anybody that come in my chat, you're more than welcome. You're more than welcome. I don't have all the answers. Whatever language I speak, I don't have all the answers. I'm not God Almighty. I'm not. I want us to build a co-op where we can all talk to each other. I'm gonna build my other page to do that. Because I got another page besides this one. And when I looked at brown skinned lady this morning, she was doing her video, and I read the title. I said, well, the only thing I'm trying to do is go to work, brown skinned lady. They trying to get me on a digging job. But thank the Lord God Almighty, I did not have to go on a digging job. But if I had to go on a digging job, I would have digged and digged and digged until I couldn't dig no more. I used to dig ditches for a living. I used to do landscape for a living. Construction cleanup for a living. Retail, stocking for a living. Dishwashing for a living. I did all that for a living. I got out of prison at 28 years old, and now I'm 50 years old. Thank God Almighty, I'm still here. Because I was supposed to have been wiped away years ago, way before y'all met me. When I was living in New York, little girl, and run across the streets. You know how children run across the street. I got hit by a car. I don't know how I survived. I don't know. My mother, my adopted mother, she took me to the hospital and she said, I don't know what's going on. No broken bones, no nothing. What happened was the car was coming close to me. I slipped and slid up under the car. The car just it was a taxi cab driver. A police officer came out there. He looked under the car. He said, oh my goodness. My mother took me to the hospital. My adopted mother, shout out to her, rest in peace, mommy. My mother taught me to be hard. My mother taught me not to love anybody. We loved each other, but we couldn't show each other the love. We couldn't. We had to hide our feelings for each other. We had to hide it. She loved me like I was her little daughter. I loved her like she was my mom. Close to when I got in my teenage years, I was buck wild. I was so wild. My mother wanted to send me to Job Corps way before I went to Job Corps. I went to Job Corps, and child, I had to learn how to live, how to pay, you know, bills. You get at Walmart, whatever. You got a layover in Walmart, you pay that shit. You want to go to the movies, you pay that shit. You want to buy clothes, you pay that shit. My biggest my biggest test came when I was in my 40s. My biggest test when I was in the penitentiary. I was still in my 20s. And I remember when they took me off a SMU lockup, 3 years and 9 months on lockup, I I was like a kid in a candy shop store. Seeing all these beautiful women, saw the opportunity, and me being myself, I was always angry in my own feelings, in my own pocket. I didn't give a fuck about nobody. I didn't. I did not give a fuck about nobody. Even though I was hurting inside, I could not show my feelings. I'm on YouTube. Y'all heard me crying a few weeks ago. Y'all hear me crying all the time. Y'all be like, yo, when Ray going? But when I stop crying, then now I'm cursing people out. Now I'm beefing with people. Now I'm arguing with people. Now I'm declaring war. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. But how many people can actually do what I do? How many people can actually live the life I lived? And if I would have had to do it all over again, I wouldn't change a goddamn thing. I wouldn't change the fact I went to foster care. I wouldn't change the fact that that man touched me from 9 years old all the way until I was 14. At 15 years old, I moved from New York to South Carolina. I wouldn't change a goddamn thing. I wouldn't. But what is the price that I pay? Not y'all. Y'all didn't do nothing to me. Even though I might be angry with Lonnie, I ain't angry at Lonnie. I'm not. Because I was really angry with her. I would have went after her. She was in Brown's chat this morning. But I'm a moderator with Brown Skin Lady, so I can't go off on people. I can block Lonnie, yes. I can time Lonnie out, yes. But I chose not to do that. I said, you gotta hear her out. You gotta hear her out. I'm hurt. Not because of what she did, it's for everything else. Everything is swirled in one. Nobody is safe. And Lonnie knew that. I'm not angry with her at all. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. But one thing I can say about some of these men on YouTube, if they had a problem with me, they can hit my link anytime. Sis don't hit my link. Nashawn Reacts hit my link. aspects of him. Different women hit my link. I'm not bad with nobody. When I get up in the morning, I look in the mirror and say, let me clean this mirror. Let me polish the mirror. Let me take me a shower. Let me change into clean clothes. And let me get the fuck out of here and do what I gotta do. It's no excuse. I be trying to find excuses. It's no excuse. None. I did it. I fought with Lonnie. I fought with brown skin lady. No, not brown skin lady. I never fought with brown skin lady. Brown skin lady. She's one of my YouTube creators. I never fought against her. I fought against Brooklyn Lady Ellie. She deserved it. She deserved it. You don't do videos about me, Brooklyn Lady Ellie? Keep on doing them. Because what I'm going to do, whenever you use my commentary, my image, I'm going to strike your page. I'm going to flag your ass down. Now put that in your mouth and suck it. Brooklyn Lady Ellie. Brown skin lady, she ain't never did nothing wrong to me. I got mad with brown skin lady when she dropped me off her panel that one time. Because me and Live Talk with Rainey was in a heated battle. We was in a heated battle. And I spoke some words, and brown skin lady said, "Oh, hell no. You want to get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here." That's all. And I had to step back. I had to step back. Brown skin lady ain't did nothing wrong. She did everything right. That was her page. That shit should never ever happen. But it did. Then I went on Lonnie page. Did some bullshit over there. With her and the other people. And her chat. To this day, I'm like, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. But when I go back in my videos, I see what happened. I'm not mad with Lonnie One Love, the Empress. I'm not mad with you at all. Not mad. I'm the high priest. I'm the BT 1000. Don't nobody kick me off their channel. Nobody. And Lonnie, she did the best she could do. Cause she already knew I was already out of control. She could not control me. I was uncontrollable. Nobody can control me. I'm not the Pegasus. You cannot ride my back and think you're gonna get away with it. Nah, you're not gonna do it. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. But yes, I was in my feelings. And yes, I was drunk that night. But that's no excuse. That's no excuse. Then other people came. Floods of other people came. And I said, oh my goodness, what am I going to do tonight? What I'm going to do today? And Birdman already told me, he said, you're a troublemaker. You love to cause trouble. You love to cause confusion. You love to do it. You love to take a rock and throw it in the gears. I never threw no gears in his shit. I took care of him. Look what happened. I took care of him for years. Now he's trying to pay it back, but he can't pay it back in full. So he feel at loss, but he's still with me. I ain't got nothing against nobody on YouTube. And he subscribed to my page, so he hears everything I'm saying. He hears everything I'm fucking saying. And he said, and he approached me about it. I said, don't ever approach me about what I say on my YouTube page unless you gonna hit the link. But he ain't gotta hit the link. He got a dick. But I've been with the gay community for many, many years. I don't need no man dick to run up inside me. For what? For what? What I need that for? I was working today with a woman, an older woman, and when lunchtime came, she didn't want to talk to me all morning. Lunchtime came, all of a sudden she wanna go with me to the other spot to get something to eat. I said, I don't need to go there. I got everything right here. I already had my iced tea. I already had my little snacks. I ain't need to go nowhere. I had my cigarette from a coworker. I ain't need to go nowhere. Nowhere. I'm Arabia Barbosa, 914 Westchester County, New York. I don't need to go anywhere. And close to my 20 minutes of getting off that goddamn job, I had to go back in YouTube, pull up Really Live TV, and hear her song. Come on, rabbits. We got this. Come on, rabbits. We got this. I started saying that to myself, started dancing a little bit, started sweeping a little harder, get everything in the bag, put everything where it need to go. Them other dudes is looking at me like, yo, what's going on? Baby. They all started laughing. They started laughing and said, come on, rabbits, we got it. Yo, I'm not no rabbit. Could never be no rabbit. I can't walk a mile in these shoes. I don't know what they went through dealing with KB, because I was never under KB. KB is Kwame Brown. I never liked him, never respected him, never. No. Couldn't. Could never subscribe to him, nothing. Could never listen to him, no long period of time. I saw what he did to Hassan Campbell. He tried to fight with Tommy Sotomayor. That's the wrong thing you did. You fought with Tommy Sotomayor. You should never quarrel with him. You should have never quarreled with Tommy Sotomayor. Period. Period. I live in this world. I do what I want to do. I pay my bills. I do what I want to do. Nobody tells me what to do. Nobody. Shout out to the chat. Kuja Nani. Shout out to the chat. Vente aquí conmigo. Shout out to the chat. It is what it is. Now I'm a four, which is County, New York. We are in the house. We are in the motherfucking house. And we getting ready to sign off. Shout out to the chat. It is what the fuck it is. I don't got no Instagram, no anger towards nobody on this YouTube app. But when people want to address me a certain way and put videos up, and you think I'm not going to respond, I'm not a rabbit. I don't respond like the rabbits do. I'm the BT 1000. I'm the Jeepers Creepers. I'm the queen of the damn. Don't nobody fuck with Arabia Barbosa. 914 Western County, New York. Don't nobody fuck with me. And if they want to fuck with me, hit my email. Hit my email. Barbosa Arabia at gmail.com. Nobody ever gets that email. Y'all got my phone number. Nobody calls that fucking phone number. You dare not. My link is in the chat. Nobody dares not to hit that fucking link. Because a lot of y'all, not the ones in my chat, but the ones I'm beefing with, arguing with, and got a war with, they ain't gonna never hit this link. Never. It is what it is. 914 Westchester County, New York. We are in the house. We are in the house. We had a full day of work. A full day. From 7 until 4 o'clock. And some mornings, when I go out of here, it's going to be from 6 o'clock in the morning until 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I have no time to fuck with nobody on this app. If you fuck with me, I'm going to fuck with you. Period. 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 YouTube creators, y'all good. YouTube subscribers, y'all good. Chat members, y'all good. But these other trolls, now we got, I'm going to address all of them. I'm going to address every last troll I got. And all of them say they don't have a problem with me. But you had a problem with me when you was in Lottie's chat. You had a problem with me. Lonnie didn't say nothing. Lonnie didn't say not one goddamn word against me when y'all go after me in them fucking chats. She pushed y'all up to do it, but can she do it herself? Can she hit the link? No. It is what the fuck it is. I'm not mad with Lonnie at all. But Lonnie, don't try to put people in your bullshit. You put that sex tape out there. You did that, ma'am. And you didn't have to do it. You could have kept that to yourself. None of this shit that happened on YouTube with you or anybody else would have never happened if you didn't do that, ma'am. When you go in brown skin lady chat, I can't do nothing about you. I can't do nothing about you. Unless you ask brown skin lady, oh, come on, let me and Arabia Barbosa do the two-step. You ain't gonna do it. You ain't gonna do it. You will never do it. You can two-step with me right now. You can hit this link anytime you want, but you will never do it. I don't watch people I don't like. If I don't like you, I don't watch you. She watches people that she don't like. Why? Why is that? It is what it is. I'm not perfect. I'm perfect. Never gonna be perfect. And don't nobody fuck with Arabia Barbosa or my YouTube creators or my subscribers or my chat members or anybody that supports me. Because a lot of you over here and visit with me, not visibly, like there's a lot of ghost watchers. I'm talking to the ghost watchers. You ghost watcher, hit the link. If you think I'm wrong, the fucking link. A lot of y'all can't do it. hmm I just want to see how many people can do what I do every day. How many people can actually do what I do every fucking day? Can you do it? Can you live in my mind? Can you walk in my shoes? Can you live in this house? Can you live anywhere where I go? You can't go. You can't do it. Tommy Sotomayor, shout out to him. Shout out to him for even speaking up like the way he did. And he spoke up because of his own personal experience in his life. He didn't speak up about what he saw on the TV. He spoke up because of what happened in his own personal life. That's what I do. Y'all can't face what I did. You can't face the 4 coffins. You can't face nothing I ever did. You can't face it. Some of you can, but some of you cannot. And I'm going to tell you how I got over at being in the fucking prison at 22 years old and getting out at 28. You know what I did? I went to work. I ignored my fucking feelings. When my feelings came back into play, I got played. You don't allow people to play with your fucking feelings, your emotions, your money, your time, nothing. Reclaim your fucking time in my Maxine Waters voice. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. I'm not mad with Nani. Not mad. But I understand why she did what she did. And she had to do it. She had to do what she had to do to get rid of me. She had to do it. Shout out to the chat. Somebody just tried to call me while I was doing this live video. Say, I don't put my phone on no notification or silent mode. I don't do that. My phone is open. It's open. And it is what the fuck it is. Shout out to my YouTube creators. Shout out to my subscribers. Shout out to my support team. And shout out to my chat members. Shout out to y'all. Because y'all been surviving a long time. Y'all been surviving a long time. You heard my prison story. You heard what happened to me after I got out of prison. You heard how I got over certain situations by ignoring it. Now I can no longer ignore. I gotta face that shit. I cut my hair real short. What will happen the day I decide to let the hair grow all the way back out? All the way back out. It is what it is. Kuja na mimi. Vente aquí conmigo. Lo siento, no es culpa, es mío. Dios mío, abre la puerta. I'm asking God to open up the door. And God always gonna open up the door. The universe always gonna open up doors for me. Whoever ride with me, we gonna ride. And we gonna rock out. And we ain't taking no simps with us. We ain't taking no mammies with us. They don't belong. It is what it is. This is your homegirl, Arabia Barbosa, number 4, Westchester County, New York. 5th-generation New Yorker. 5th-generation New Yorker. My great-grandmother was born in New York. My grandmother was born in New York. My father was born in New York. I was born in New York. My great-great was born in New York. Some people came from the Cape Verdean Islands. Some people came from North America. I'm talking about the Mohawk Indians. I'm talking about the Cherokees. I'm talking about the Blackfoot. I'm talking about the Blackfeet. I'm talking about all. It is the fuck it is. Ain't no Nam Yo Renkekyo bullshit over here. It's Kuja na Mimi. Kula Jakula. Miji Baridi. Vente aquí conmigo. Que lo que mi gente. ¿Cómo te va? ¿Cómo te va? It is what it is. I'm here. I'm here. Estoy aquí. Estoy aquí. O donde nada nunca se pasa. It is what the fuck it is. I'm always going to be here. Peace out. New York love. We will see each other in another video. Peace. Shout out to my chat. 1.